Hello. How is everyone? I was... Oh yes, I had to... Not cancel, postpone, sorry, word. I had to postpone yesterday's stream because I was having technical problems, but I'm here. Like my Wi-Fi and I don't know, my mic settings were like not cooperating with me, so I did a volume check earlier today, but I don't know if it's actually better or not. I had to like adjust my my volume sliders and stuff like that. But I'm kind of sad because the main story, like, what do you call it? Like the event, the limited time event tasks, it like ended so quickly. I think it ended Tuesday, I think. I think they gave us like literally a week to finish the whole main story, which was kind of surprising. I didn't really expect the tasks to go away so quickly. And I think it's 'cause chapter 14 is broken up. Yeah, it's part 1. I think that's why they didn't give as much time, but I was kind of bummed out like that because I wasn't able to stream because I was busy. Like over the weekend too. I think like the weekend is usually when I'm the busiest, so I couldn't stream, and then I think the last day I wanted to stream, but then like my stuff wasn't working, and like yesterday it wasn't working either, so I was like, dang it. But I don't know, maybe that's what's happening. So I'm just gonna hope my volume is good. This is gonna be a short stream though. I'm anticipating, because I only have 4 chapters left. I don't think it will take me very long. And I don't really have anything else after that I think I want to do, but I think, oh yes, the Marius SSS in Korean dub is coming soon. I had it recorded, but like the bond interactions actually take the most time because like I even have a Google Doc of each of his lines for the interactions just so I don't miss one, but it's just like barely annoying because I think in JP dub, since it was the first one I did, I swear I missed a section, but I'm not entirely sure to be each. So I have to be careful with that. Like I have a systematic order in my Google Docs which I have to do it in, and honestly no motivation to do it at the moment. But I will get it out soon. And then I also have Marius's Home of the Heart event done, but I'm just waiting to get out the KR dub first. I don't know. Maybe I should. No. Home of the Heart I think is coming out tomorrow. I have that premiered ready. And then Artem's striking MR card will also be coming out very soon. So, anyway. we will continue. So chapter 14, 13 was like had me cackling so bad. I was like, what is going on? This feels like a fever dream. So fever dream is now over. We will be focusing entirely on I think something is about to go down. So let us begin. When you enter the busy firm alone again, you suddenly get the feeling that you're trapped in a time loop. Investigate the case, split up with Artem, meet briefly, and then split up again. You find it impossible to eliminate all your doubts about Artem's reason for splitting up with you, yet you haven't been able to find a good chance to discuss this matter with him alone. I need to find a way to break this deadlock, but what can I do? Hello! I am finishing up chapter 14, part 1. Lost in thought, you walk forward with your head down, only to come to a quick halt when someone suddenly appears in front of you.
没事吧？抱歉，是我没看着路，撞到你了。
Sorry, I'm the one who didn't notice. Small shipping boxes and documents are scattered on the ground at your feet. You quickly crouch down and hand an envelope to the delivery man, who is busy picking everything up. Oh my god, what is that emoji? I've never seen that before. Is it a fox? He's so cute. You soon notice that a corner of the envelope you're holding is torn. Oh, I'm so sorry. I must have accidentally...
哦，这个和你没关系。文件袋寄件人给我的时候就是破的，还说能用就没必要换。
The delivery man quickly consoles you after seeing you stare at the envelope. However, this isn't enough to make you look away or feel relieved. Before you know it, you recite the recipient's name in your head. Mr. Wing of Themis law firm. Wait, there's something else. As a piece of paper in the envelope slides to one side, you see a name through the tear in the envelope. Finn Jackson. This document is related to the case. The delivery man starts to look at you in confusion, probably because you've been staring at the envelope for too long.
你认识这位左律师吗？这是个同城快件，我得尽快送到他手上。
Oh, okay.
一般来说得让本人签收，但他的电话怎么都打不通。哎呀，这什么情况啊
This poor guy is stressed out. Extremely curious about the contents of the document, an idea flashes through your mind while you watch the delivery man scratch his head in annoyance. Wait, can a friend sign for this type of express delivery on the recipient's behalf?
可以，只要在我这里留个联系方式。
Then you can give it to me. I'm Mr. Wing's partner at the firm. I'll put the document on his desk.
那太好了，麻烦你先签个字。
He's like, set me free. Oh, it is tattered. Holy moly. You show the delivery man your work ID to prove that you're an attorney of Themis law firm and take the envelope. The delivery man rushes off through the revolving door and disappears. Meanwhile, you place your focus on the envelope again. Artem has expressly confirmed that you can access any information he collects since you're investigating Finn Jackson's case with him. Drowning in curiosity, you even forget to take a step forward into the elevator despite the door opening. I think you should read it at the office. Or like in his office. Like, I don't think you should open it yet. I promised the delivery man I would put the folder on Mr. Wing's desk, so I shouldn't eat my words. But what would happen after delivering the document? all you can do is update Artem on the phone. You would both still be trapped in an endless cycle with nothing changing. As someone who is also working on the case, I do have the right to know the contents of this folder. Even though you keep trying to convince yourself that you're doing this for the case, deep down you know that's not really what's driving you to open the envelope. This is your first chance in the last few days to break the vicious cycle you're trapped in, and you can't just watch it slip away. Haha, vicious cycle. That was a chapter name. I should take a look. Okay, then why'd you give me the option? You examine the surface of the envelope carefully. The sender's name is quite common. As for the contact information, this is a virtual mobile phone number? You search the number repeatedly but fail to find any useful information. After that, you look inside the envelope. You take out the contents of the envelope one by one, which includes photos of companies, screenshots of web pages, copies of the company's business certificates, and other records. So Mr. Wing is still collecting information on Finn Jackson's past employers. Huh? Wait. You soon find some leads after comparing these records. Some companies are using outdated seals on their most recent operating documents. Others have all the necessary legal paperwork, but are essentially shell companies with empty offices in real life. You flip through the documents faster and faster because the conclusion is already clear to you. All the companies that employed Finn Jackson in the past have committed fraud to varying extents. He isn't educated well enough and doesn't have enough time and energy to commit fraud on such a large scale. Could this be the work of his employers? But why would they put in so much effort to cover up things for an ordinary employee? I mean, he's in cahoots with Matthew Richter, so he could be like playing innocent when he's not really innocent. Ultimately, all the information about these companies leads you to a website with a rather strange domain name that is operated overseas. By placing an order through this website, you can hire someone to plan illegal activities like kidnapping or even more serious crimes, with each option clearly what? It's like hirehitman.com. It's crazy. Whether it's truly possible to hire people through this website or if it's just an online scam, it has certainly raised your suspicions.
生意做大了，难免碰上些怪人。在公司门口想堵人的记者，还有一些和我们有利益冲突的商业对手。
Oh wait, this is the wrong guy. Sorry, wait, I got him confused with someone else. Finn Jackson. Finn Jackson's the guy who ran away. Sorry, I confused him with Jacob for a second.
更严重一些的，还有想从我们这捞油水的法外之徒，敲诈、勒索。不过涂月每次都能想办法处理，所以没出现过什么财务损失。
This was in the
我就不太清楚了。
stream.
我们老板的工作能力很强，所以我们
How Clara was capable in everything. The information in the envelope makes one thing clear. Finn Jackson is one of the people available for hire. Someone hired him to commit crimes? You subconsciously mutter under your breath. That would explain why these companies or his employers all committed fraud. It's all a front to cover up his crimes. Is this why Finn Jackson and Tara Upton both acted strangely before the incident? Finn Jackson had accepted the job, and Tara Upton wanted to resolve the matter privately like always. Except her plan didn't work this time. This information is really important. I need to let Mr. Wing know right away. You quickly call Artem, knowing there's no time to waste. But after hearing the busy tone many times, you only receive a message from Artem. In a meeting. If this is urgent, we can meet at my place. In a meeting? Oh my god, Artem's apartment lobby is crazy. That's so pretty. Because you found some new key information, you report your findings to the others in the investigation team and share your location before going to Artem's residence. Like always, the scent of perfume similarly to those used in a hotel lobby fills the halls. Sitting behind the front desk is a security guard. However, your instinct inexplicably tells you that you shouldn't go upstairs right now. I hope I'm overthinking things. You have no idea what the meeting Artem mentioned in his text is all about, and he also responded faster than he usually does. After thinking for a moment, you calm yourself down and walk toward the security guard with a polite smile on your face. Excuse me, do I need an access card to use the elevator here? This is my first time here, and I need to deliver some work documents to my boss, but I don't know where to go. Although you know that you can use a special passcode to use the elevator even if you don't have an access card, it's best if you pretend that you have never been here before, and you hope you can trick the security guard for now. After all, the security guard is the only person here who can accompany you into the elevator to Artem's residence, and having him come with you is an insurance measure just in case.
老板，你说的是哪位业主？
I'm looking for Mr. Wing, Artem. You tell him Artem's apartment number and wait for him to contact the owner via the intercom. So far, everything seems to be in line with the security procedures of a luxury apartment complex. After several minutes, the security guard hangs up and walks over.
他说知道了，让我给你带路。
As the elevator is currently on the 5th floor, you wait silently for it to descend after he presses the button. Nobody seems to be keen to break the silence. I feel like that would be easier to say nobody seems to be keen on breaking the silence. Meanwhile, you keep thinking about the phone call between the security guard and Artem. He just told the security guard to show me the way. He didn't find it strange that I had asked the security guard to show me the way, even though he knew I already knew how to get upstairs. Uh-oh, something's not right. As the elevator is about to reach the 1st floor, you calmly take out your phone and try to contact Artem. However, in the next few seconds, all you hear is the elevator opening. Then darkness sweeps towards you as a stranger's hands pull you inside the elevator. Huh? After taking your phone and making sure you're blindfolded, the person who dragged you into the elevator doesn't say another word. Excuse me. What's even stranger is that you can smell Artem's cologne on the soft fabric covering your eyes. Could this be Artem's tie? That emoji's crazy. Me too. After the elevator reaches a certain floor, the stranger finally speaks to you.
请往前走吧，律师小姐。未经允许，借用左律师的手机和您联络了一番，希望您能理解。我们只是谢谢您把文件送过来，作为给您的跑腿奖励，您现在可以去见左律师了。 他和我们暗中联系了那么久，但我还是觉得多拉点人才热闹，尤其是律师小姐。
Oh my gosh. A reward for running an errand? As you reluctantly step out of the elevator, you realize that the damaged document sent to the firm was probably bait to get you involved. At the same time, the person's polite words imply that you are on the verge of finding out everything Artem has been trying so hard to conceal. I need to calm down. I'll first check up on Artem's situation and then wait for an opportunity. She is so calm right now. I would be freaking out. I'd be like screaming. Because you were forced to move around with your eyes covered, you can only rely on the smell of Artem's residence to determine where you are. You walk through the hall, then turn into a room at the stairs. Then someone walks up to you and gently removes the tie covering your eyes. Artem throws his tie aside casually, which then slides along the smooth table. Yo, he's just chilling. He's just there. What's up? This side eye is crazy. Meanwhile, the person who removed the tie has already returned to where he was previously. He's leaning back comfortably on the sofa. Look how comfortable he is. He's so comfortable. Even though it's quite dark in the home theater, you can sense his gaze lingering on you for a while.
我手下的律师。
Uh-oh, is he gonna play bad guy?
说实话，我很怀疑你们把他带来，对这场交易是否有用。
Oh, he's trying to save us. Oh my god, his big
当然有
brain.
用了。我们身为张浮标的雇主，非常乐意现身和您做些买卖，前提是要够公平。
I feel like he's giving me like the look, you know, the look, like when you like widen your eyes at someone. It's like a.
您准备充分，因此我们不得不答应现身，和您见面。
Whenever something like this happens, all I can think of is he mad at us? No, there's no way he's mad at us. I think he's. Because I don't think he would be mad at us, because it's not our fault. I think he'd be more worried rather than mad. He'd be like, I need to like make sure she's okay, like make sure physically she's okay and mentally she's okay. But I don't know, Rosa's mental is like crazy fortified. She does not ever get fazed by the things she sees, which is like crazy.
那么相应的，我们也想要一些能和您维持军事的筹码，您没意见吧？
I'm a bargaining chip. What's this about a transaction and bargaining chips? We're always ruining their plans, like the past episode with Marius and Luke. Oh, when Marius like infiltrated, and then we had to like we were like playing that rich. What was it? It was like a rich heiress who's never been seen before, or something like that. I think they're just more surprised than anything. I don't think they would ever be mad at us. Since this man claims to be Finn Jackson's employer, he should be in charge of that business for hiring people to commit crimes. But why would Artem take the risk to have a transaction with these people? Is it just to locate Finn Jackson? Isn't that too risky? Oh, he's smiling. You see that grin on his face? Artem thinks to himself when he opens his eyes again. There seems to be a subtle smile in his expression, as if he's... Yeah, look, he's literally smiling. He's so smug.
筹码， 你们就为了能在这场谈判中占上风，所以把他骗了过来。
呵呵，您心疼了？
Does he look distressed, buddy?
心疼？
He's
说有些
laughing.
意外
Wait,
更合
he
适。
laughed at him.
心疼？
Oh my god, I can't. Jiaolu is like he's so good.
如果用于平衡谈判双方条件的筹码是活生生的人，对我来说还真挺新鲜的。
Oh my god, and he's being sassy. He's being sassy too. See, he even said he's more like surprised. I think they would just be surprised.
唯一的问题就是这位新加入谈判的律师好像还没弄懂情况。
The combination of his half-true villain act, playful sarcasm, and unintentionally revealed protectiveness that makes the scene unfolding in front of you feel as absurd as the stage play. Under the spotlight, Artem only needs to pull you gently to drag you onto the stage with no way out. Yes, I don't understand anything. Why have you been acting alone during this time, and why are you mingling with these people? I hope you can give me a reasonable explanation. You also express your long suppressed doubts in a half-serious tone. In this conversation that seems both like a performance and a confrontation, Arden observes you quietly before saying anything. However, it's impossible for him to give a direct answer in this situation.
当筹码的第一步，不是像学校里的学生一样问题连篇，而是学会理解，并遵循指示。第一步，是什么都不要问，然后走过来。
Excuse me?
第二步，是安静地坐在我身边，直到这场会谈结束。会谈一结束，我就会送你回家。然后，希望你当今晚没有见过我，能做到吗？
Wow, so bossy. Speaking gently like he's giving you a case, Artem seems to be leading you onto an unknown path where you can join the chaos with him. At the same time, the criminal staring at you grins and stops you.
哎，您这是什么意思啊，邹律师？他是我们带回来的，自然也是我们这边的筹码。
没搞清情况的是你们吧？以物易物，以人易人。所谓的交换早就开始，我这边已经出价。首先，我要换回我的律师。至于要付的代价，则是我自己。
What? Same girl.
这对你们来说不是稳赚不赔的买卖吗？我的头脑，在司法行业的人脉，都可以为你们所用。而你们，只需要把它还给我，然后稍微透露一点你们知道的消息。
The way he's wording
比如
it,
说
I'm still useful.
聂秋在你们的关照下，现在怎么样呢？
He knows? Is he right or is he bluffing? The name you never expected to hear here takes you by surprise, leaving you completely stunned. They should not have used two hears here. That was bad. You look at Artem suddenly, but you can't see his expression clearly due to the light from the screen that has been turned on behind him.
聂秋，哈哈，我怎么越来越听不懂了呀，邹律师？
Is he bluffing? Is he bluffing?
大家都知道的事情就不用装傻了。 你们以安保公司为幌子，组建了小团体，时不时接点诸如恐吓、绑架之类的单子。然后有一天，你们从某人那里接了一笔大单，要把魏明市法律界有名的那位聂教授绑回去。
Oh my gosh！
至于我为什么会这么确定，除了很早就拿到了这个视频外，这段时间我在国内外搜集的情报和证据，如今也终于派上用场，让我能够找到你们。
Artem presses the remote next to him in front of everyone. The image on the screen is distorted while Artem fast forwards to a certain moment, revealing a familiar figure who is squirming and cursing.
老东西，再嘴硬啊！啊！
Oh my gosh. It's Neil Human Finn Jackson, no way. Time seems to come to a stop at this moment. After the shaking footage cuts from Neil Human to Finn Jackson, who is kicking and hitting him, you look away and stare blankly at the man with his back to the screen in front of you. When did he get this video? How many times has he seen it? 5 times? 10 times? Or would he occasionally think about what's happening in the video when you're investigating something together? The person who he has been searching for behind everyone's back is right behind him, except they are separated by a screen. Your limbs become weak as your anger turns to exhaustion. You feel like the ground is sinking beneath you, pulling everything down with it. The screen dims after the video ends, and the darkness engulfs everything in the room, including Artem's expression. Oh wait, that was so sad. In the darkness, the leader of the criminal organization standing between Artem and you breaks the silence. He snorts nonchalantly, even though Artem's video has revealed the criminal act of his underling.
怪不得，我之前还想怎么单单一个张福彪，居然能让左律师屈尊把我们请到家里做客。可单凭一个视频，您就捋出了一整条交易链，哈哈哈，又是接单，又是绑架交差的。
Hey, don't mock him.
我们怎么不知道这位聂秋这么有吸引力，能让我们忙里忙外做这么多？
在你们看来平平无奇的大学教授，在他人眼中，恰恰是不可多得的人才。聂秋在司法界有不少威望。要说他身上有什么别人想利用的东西，恐怕就是他的专业能力了。因此你们拷打他，无非是想让他精神崩溃，变成专属于你们金主的工具。
Artem turns on the screen again, but this time he pauses the video at the last scene with Neil Hume lying on the ground.
看上去你们的工作进行得相当顺利，那么接下来就是。该怎么向金主证明，你们对聂秋改造成功
？Wait. I see. Okay, so they wanted like to prove to the people who financially backed them that like Neil Hume would help them bend the rules in their favor for fraud or illegal stuff, I'm assuming. Hello, Melulu.
我猜以你们的水平能想到的最
He
好方
found
法
his professor, or
大
like
概就
he
是
has
让他
proof.
先在你们这里伪造些
The
法律文
guy
书。
who kidnapped Tara. The guy who kidnapped Tara, Finn Jackson. Okay, this guy, he like also did something to Tara Upton, who's the woman we're investigating. But this Finn Jackson guy, he like sold his services for illegal stuff, and his bosses or his employers would cover it up for fraud. So like nothing made sense ever. But this Finn Jackson guy was hired to kidnap Artem's professor, Neil Hume, who he has been looking for since chapter 1. And we are in chapter 14.
这样一方面能直接证明聂秋已经崩溃，甚至自愿参与犯罪。
No.
另一方面，假文书说不定能重复利用，派上让人意想不到的用场。比如在今晚，将我的律师骗过来。
Artem's eyes shift from the crowd to you. How many people are in this room? To be more precise, his eyes are focused on the envelope that you're still holding. Artem thinks that Neil Hume forged some documents after he was threatened by the people in the video. Why is he so sure of that? At the very least, you couldn't find any evidence indicating Neil Hume's involvement when you checked the documents before. The leader of the criminal organization seems to have realized this too, and keeps looking at Artem and you.
我们都不知道左大律师这么神通广大，瞄一眼文件就能看出是谁写的。
Don't mock him.
每个人都有自己的一套书写习惯，惯用表达、文本布局，甚至特定的语序。
My God, he's so mega-brained.
如果对那个人足够熟悉，做些分析并不难。
Oh.
而且，你们不想看看所谓的左律师，到底有没有看走眼吗？
What is that emoji? Like covering your eyes.
如果他看错了，还能成为今晚和以后的笑料，甚至是把柄。
Oh no, they know. He knows they're abusing him, which is so true. After leading the conversation, he urges you softly without waiting for anyone's consent.
你和这场交易毫无关系。如果想全身而退，就照我说的做。2个步骤还记得吗？走到我面前，其他什么都不用想。
I can only cooperate with him for now. As you walk toward Artem, you notice his eyes flickering. He seems to intentionally avoid your gaze and quickly opens the envelope. After the rustling of paper fades, Artem raises a stack of paper in the air and drops all of the evidence on the carpet at your feet.
您这又是什么意思，左律师？
Wait, you know what I just realized? This is the guy in Marius's unconcealable card, the mafia leader. This has to be the same voice actor. Like, sorry, not the same guy, the same voice actor.
该怎么说呢？哼，我一开始只是想确认这些东西是不是出自聂秋之手而已。但事态发展的有趣程度，好像远远超出了我的想象。
Do tell?
这些法律文书是最近才匆匆写成并发布的，其中一些条文确实符合聂秋的撰写习惯，但很拙劣，属于业内人士一眼能看出端倪的低级伪作。
Oh God. What? That means... At this moment, Artem is relaxed enough that he pauses. The faint sound of electricity in the home theater seems to grow louder in the dead silence. Meanwhile, the face of the ferocious-looking man in front of Artem seems to be turning red in the darkness.
这就意味着，哪怕像在视频里那样被虐待， 甚至生命遭到威胁，聂秋也没有屈服。这点和我预想的差不多，所以在确认了这些后，就可以进入我们今晚的正题了。
Dang. All right. Tables in our favor. Cards are in our favor. Artem seems to have even predicted that the criminals would become increasingly impatient. He glances around slowly.
到底是什么样的人，才会想出这种仿照聂秋的习惯写法律文书的蹩脚计划呢？是陷入两难，不知如何交差的你们。
Dang.
我猜你们的金主非常急着要结果，所以你们只能亲力亲为，模仿聂秋写点东西先糊弄过去。只是所谓模仿，说不定哪天就暴露了。
Oh my god.
您到底想说什么？
The joy that filled your heart when you learned that Neil Hume wasn't completely under their control disappears when you hear the leader of the criminal organization speak angrily. At the same time, you notice that a few of the people beyond those gathered in a circle are moving quietly to block the door of the home theater. Dang, this is scary, y'all. I do not have the guts for this. However, you have a plan to counter their moves. You move stealthily away from Artem slightly and grope in the darkness with your right hand. After touching the cool antique photograph, you feel a row of small round buttons. This is Mr. Wing's residence's landline phone. The security guard must have used this to communicate with these people when I told him I wanted to go upstairs. The security system is so advanced here, so there must be an emergency button I can press to alert the police. No one has noticed anything unusual yet, but your heart races as you try to identify which button you can use to communicate with the world outside without being noticed.
我的意思是，与其在聂秋身上做无用功，不如找其他会主动抛来橄榄枝的人代替他做事。
Artem, you better be
我能以
joking.
他的名义代为处理你们的任何法律问题。
Your hands stop suddenly, not only because you heard Artem's ambiguous words, but also because he has quietly grabbed your hand in the darkness. He keeps looking ahead and waits for everyone to focus on him. He wants to take his place.
我们没听错吧，左律师？您愿意帮我们造假？
Bro.
聂秋有能力完成的工作，我同样可以做。
No, Artem, don't throw away your life.
就算暴露，你们的金主看到我愿意顶上，应该也不会太失望。
It's just an act. You've been telling yourself this since the moment you entered the home theater. However, in the darkness, where no one is watching, Artem slowly moves your hand hovering over the landline phone away from the button. His next words plunge the conversation into an even more chaotic gray
如果你们
area.
在质疑我的诚意，请先看我的律师身边。和小区户型一样，这间公寓装修时就安装了合印的智能控制系统，包含安保报警机制。而我刚好在合印有些人脉，能拿到权限将系统关闭。即使现在想暗中报警，
What are you
也需要时间重新接通
saying?
系统。也就是说，就算有人在电话上乱按一通，也不会发生任何事。
Oh my god, we're cooked. We're cooked. It's over. After Artem stops your attempt to turn the situation around, you finally realize the true nature of this negotiation. No one is acting. He may even have decided long ago to take place of his mentor.
事后老师甚至开玩笑说， 我们创造的暗号既然这么有效，为什么不一直复用下去？万一以后我们中有谁陷入危险，甚至失去联系，还能用这样留记号的方式求救。他说他100%相信我，一定会找到的。
是我有些失态了，因为这段时间一直很紧张，总是忍不住回想那几天的情况。
并不是失态，恰恰相反，我认为这是任何人都会有的想法。我也曾遇到过相熟的人遇险，甚至不知所踪的情况。
God, why are they flashbacking these? What are they
得
trying
知意外
to
后，想比谁都快点找到对方，
imply?
用尽一切办法将他带回来，是每个人的第一反应。
No, if this goes on, Mr. Wing will... As if you're watching a card game that you have no power over, you realize that Artem has finally used his trump card. Your heart beats wildly, like a pounding drum, as you watch him walk further into the distance until he disappears into some indiscernible future. Excuse me? Alright, I'm gonna stop him. Even if he has prepared a way out, you can't bear to see him betray himself and work with people he despises. There are obviously better options. You speak decisively after clearing your mind. I finally understand the situation now, Mr. Wing. You want to work with them to locate Finn Jackson and create an opportunity to make contact with Neil Hume in person. As for the people you're negotiating with, pretend to think carefully for a moment and act calmly like Artem does when he confronts people. You then glance at the man opposite you. You guys still can't trust Mr. Wing yet, and think it's impossible for him to voluntarily become your accomplice, even if he says he is doing this for Neil Hume.
您这小搭档还挺上道的，左律师。那小姐您又有什么高见？
Now you have become the uncertain factor to them. You sense Artem's eyes rest on you in surprise, as if his plan has been... Why try to force complete agreement and trust between people from two completely different worlds? What you both want is to give yourself more bargaining chips to protect your own interests. I'm giving everyone one extra option. Artem won't need to deal with your Dawkins personally. I will. What are you saying, girl? This is the real reason why you were lured here by that envelope. You'll be the one who restrains Artem so that he won't sink deeper and deeper into this quagmire of crime. You can even take advantage of the situation to stop Artem from obstinately doing whatever he wants. Stop Artem from obstinately doing whatever he wants to find his mentor. I'm capable enough to do anything you need. Plus, I'm sure you realize that I'm an important partner to Artem. If I'm under your control, with just a little effort, you can pull the now empty envelope from Artem's hands. While taking the envelope, you let its sharp edge run gently along his wrist. Then you'll also have to have a hold over him, just like now. Dang, she got a point though. Artem stares at you the whole time and seems to be going over all the possible chain reactions after realizing just how determined you are. I thought I was supposed to stop him. I'm joining him at this point. However, you wait silently for the man's response without looking at Artem in case you waver. Time continues to pass. Eventually, the other party breaks the silence.
但律师小姐，您确定您真的能接受加入我们这边的代价吗？
No. What do you mean?
很简单，变成第二个孽囚。虽说会受到严密保护，但必须在他人监视下活动，远离原先的社交圈，甚至变成失踪人口。这你都能接受？
The man looks at Artem first when he speaks. His action makes his intention very clear. He's testing Artem's bottom line, not trying to scare you all. Why would I change my mind if no one is objecting? Hold on, why would Mr. Wing... As you say this in a low voice, you notice Artem's upper body move unnaturally nearby. But you don't have time to wonder why he did that as the man beckons to you.
那么交易就成立了。我还希望和左律师商议一些细则，也许律师小姐可以先出去休息一会儿。
The door of the home theater has been opened, and Artem doesn't seem to have any intention to stop you. As you're about to step outside the bright room,
什么细则不能当着他的面说？
the man chuckles like he has finally managed to wait for his opponent to lose his cool.
是啊，什么细则呢？左律师，您至今为止提了2个条件，一个是见到聂秋，另一个是找到张福彪。要是我说这2个条件中有一个，我们从一开始就没法满足，您又
I can't feel it. What's going on? As you watch the situation unfold before you, you suddenly realize something. These cunning and greedy criminals who agreed to show up tonight had never thought about reaching a fair deal tonight. Artem and you are both prey they have been targeting for some time now. Unfazed, Artem sighs in relief before standing up.
那我会认为您因为过于贪得无厌，甚至变得听不懂人话了，只能重新回到原点，用一些更直接的方式再次谈判。
What?
没站起来之前不许抬头。
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, I have to read it. You feel a dull pain in your shoulder as you lose your balance and fall onto the sofa. You see one of the underlings fall to the ground. He tries to subdue Artem, but as he charges forward, Artem skillfully uses his momentum to hurl him into the wooden shelf filled with vinyl records behind you. No, his home apartment. Oh, it's okay. We moved out of this apartment, so it's okay. He probably has insurance too. He'll be fine. Records fall to the ground, and Artem, slightly out of breath, now holds the pocket pistol that he somehow took from the underling's pocket. I mean, Artem's a sharpshooter, guys. Don't mess with him. You hear an ominous clicking sound as the others react quickly.
对，左律师，
对，
您现在才有点上道了，这才是我们想要的交易。
Oh, you want bloodshed? I see.
上道。
More like it.
装什么文明人？您现在的样子，才更像一个为了找恩师不择手段，甚至愿意和我们成为
Oh
共
my
犯的
god, just shoot him. Actually, don't.
换句
Actually,
话
don't do
说
that. Don't do that, Artem.
这是您选择接触我们必须要付的代价，是变成像我们一样的人的第
Oh
一
my
步。
god, this guy's mental. Oh, he's pissed.
对，就是这个表情。
This guy's funny.
是不是觉得和我们打交道烦得要命，恨我们恨得不得了，差点就想代替警察、代替法律惩罚我们
Oh？my god, he's like excited. It's so weird. Artem seems to say something, but you miss what he said because your attention is drawn to something else. Bzz, bzz. What the? Even the men who were pointing their guns at you a few seconds ago look over at it. Less than half a meter from your hand, something has fallen onto the ground in the chaos. Oh, the screen lights up as it spins on the spot from the constant vibrations. Your phone. Excuse me? What about my phone? What about my phone? Is it Darius? The vicious man with the gun clicks. Do not shoot my phone. I swear to God, do not shoot my phone. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't shoot my phone. The vicious man with the gun clicks his tongue because the phone keeps ringing and doesn't look like it'll stop anytime. Don't shoot my phone. Don't do it.
谁的手机？
Don't shoot my phone. I gotta back stuff up before you shoot it, please. Please.
要是没人认领，我也不介意把它打烂。
That's my phone, please. It's mine. Yes, yes. Go get that phone, Rose. Go get it. You force yourself to answer him before anyone else can make the move. You find yourself in a more difficult dilemma. Should you answer the phone, and how would you answer the phone? Wait, that's so funny. It's oh shit, guys. You stare at Varys' name on the screen and feel like all the blood in your fingertips is about to rush right to your heart. I'm losing it. Should you answer the phone, and how will you answer the phone is so funny. That's so funny. The guy getting pissed off because of the phone made me laugh. Literally, that's so funny. It's Marius too. This is about to get real funny. Fortunately, the pistol that Artem snatched has created an opportunity for you. The man wants to come over and check the phone, but he can't move because he's in a standoff.
是谁打来的？
Who's calling is so funny. How do I tell him it's the billionaire conglomerate CEO? Oh yes, it's just the guy who owns the security system in Artem's home. Yeah, that guy. He's calling me. I need to come up with something.
怎么还哑巴了？喂，
Only Marius would call at such a time. LOL, so true. And Marius would be the one to like keep calling and calling and calling until we pick up. Why don't you say anything? Hey, someone check it out. It's a student from Stellus University.
Huh?
Although their leader has given them a command, the underlings don't dare to move forward towards you because they aren't sure if Artem will shoot them. You jump at the chance to feed him an answer that is partly true and partly false. If you really have investigated Mr. Wing properly, you should know that he's been invited to give lectures at the college. I was there too. After class, a student asked me for his number, and I gave him my number because I didn't want to bother Mr. Wing. The student harassed us many times during class. He'll keep calling until I answer.
那你还不快接？
The one aren't you answering? Why are you yelling at me? Stop yelling at me, bro. You literally have a gun. Oh my god, what is happening? But that's so funny. That's so funny. The student is Marius. LOL. The man is obviously more worried about a bullet that could be fired at any time than this unreasonable student. I'm losing it. I'm losing it, guys. Oh my gosh. After voicing his irritation, he looks back at Artem, who has been silent the whole time.
要是我一会儿感觉到任何不对，马上就送你俩去和聂秋团聚。
Oi, yo, Neil Hume is not dead, okay? You cannot insinuate you'll shoot a bullet. I mean, oh my god, I have to answer this. Okay. I have to, like, not laugh. Hello? my god, Frozen, please, please, please. Why she answered the phone like that? What? Oh my god. I feel like he wouldn't even say anything that bad in the beginning. Like you didn't need to cover for yourself already. Oh my god. Okay. Hello? Aren't you that student? Oh my god. I just already know Mary's gonna say something stupid. Aren't you that student in the general education class that Mr. Wink was teaching? Oh, why are my event tasks completing? What is going on? What is happening? Oh, it's update time. What's happening? I remember you were quite active in class and asked a lot of— oh my gosh, Rosa, please. You asked a lot of questions about him and Professor Hume. You left quite an impression on us. You sense Artem's astonished eyes on you. Oh, the reveries. Thank you. I was like, what is happening? Your words give away that you had eavesdropped on him, but this is also your only way to let Marius know the unusual situation you're facing. Yes, unusual is not the right word. The crisis you're facing.
上课啊，对对，我是来蹭过课。
Oh my god, he didn't say anything crazy yet. You pretend to sigh helplessly and continue speaking like you really are comforting a mischievous student. I already told you that you can send Mr. Wing an email if you really want to discuss anything about the class with him. You'll interfere with our work if you keep calling.
哦，你们现在不太方便啊。
Exactly.
可如果光发邮件，又不知道什么时候会收到回复。
Oh god.
对了，你们之后会不会还过来？像是开宣讲会什么的？ 我这边还有好几个同学都特别想见左律师。
Okay, Maris is doing a good job. I thought he was gonna say something really stupid, like really funny but stupid. Fortunately, Maris catches on quickly and does a good job of keeping up the act.
如果方便的话，能透露一下时间和地点，就再好不过了。
Oh, is this code? Is this code, guys? Is this code? Actually, there is a campus recruitment presentation planned, but we might hold it online because Mr. Wing will be working from home during that time.
在家呀，我明白了。
哦哟。
那时间呢？
One time, Maris repeats himself softly, hearing the underlying meaning of his whispered words. You answer quickly. Next Saturday morning at 10:30 a.m. Meanwhile, the time displayed on the clock in the home theater is 10:30 p.m. Now that you have conveyed the information about the time and place and relevant people, you and Artem just have to hold on until the call ends.
我明白了。那就之后再聊，反正我们很快就会再见的。
After ending the call, you realize that your palms are completely covered with sweat. Oh, wow. Now I just need to wait. I must be patient. I wonder how long it'll take Maris to get here. The feeling of relaxation that surges through your body fills your ears with a pounding sound that drowns out all the sounds around you. As a result, you don't even notice the increasingly loud sound of electricity in the home theater. By the time you notice it, your wait has come to an end. I beg your pardon. The power is out. This shouldn't happen at Artem's apartment. Someone grabs your wrist before you can think, and the next thing you know, you're running with this person. It better be Artem. You can't see where you're going in the darkness, and the only thing you can smell is Artem's cologne.
抓紧我！
My god, save me, Zora! After hearing another loud bang, you feel like you stepped on something broken on the floor. Then the night breeze rushes into the home theater. Oh my god, the pool! The pool!
你先过去。
The wind howls at the edge of the balcony. Artem lifts you up easily and helps you climb over the railing into a blind spot. Looking down, you see a fire escape ladder about 2 meters away from you. The closer you get to the other side, the more clearly you see the neon lights of the streets through the gaps in the stairs. Should I climb down?
没必要冒险。
Artem pulls you back towards him, probably because he doesn't want you to look down over the edge of the railing. He's also climbed over when you weren't paying attention. He moves slightly to give you some room to move around in this cramped space.
还记得我刚才提到过，为了谈判，把家里的智能控制系统关掉那件事吗？
Yes, is it a lie?
只是唬人的说辞而已。智能控制系统连接了合印的安全中心，我是怎么都关不掉的。因此，只要合印那边的管理人员有心操作，就可以让系统启动紧急应对程序，比如切断电源，或是报警。再加上，除非业主本人，不会有人发现这里还有个能躲人的小空间。所以接下来，我们只需等待就好。
You better be right. Max, was that power outage really caused by Marius? But he shouldn't be able to do anything that quickly. Did you tell the others about your situation? The most natural and the easiest conclusion for you to make is that, like always, Arden told and warned everyone about his situation before making contact with those dangerous people. However, he shakes his head after a long pause.
我没有那么做。
What?
调查组的其他人会这么快有所反应，本质上还是因为你。
Because of me?
他们或许对我的近期动向早有疑虑，所以看你要来我这里，特意多留意了一下。
Oh, yes, that's right. We did tell them that. We were going to his place.
而对我来说，今晚这场交易，还有老师的事情，我只想让你一个人。
You only wanted me to know, but why? You find yourself unable to finish your question. You hear a flurry of footsteps approaching, which means that more people are coming to the rooftop to search for you too. After that, you feel Artem tighten his grip around your wrist. To you, his actions feel like a symbol of his determination in what seems like an inevitable situation, rather than an instinctive reaction to his fear of being exposed.
你会知道的。
Soon after that, Marius helps you climb back to the open area on the rooftop.
怎么样？我说的很快，是不是还挺准的？
Thank you, my husband. You came sooner than I imagined. Thanks. You're not in the mood for chit-chat right now, so you inspect the surroundings after you thank Marius. Despite their casual attire, all the young people moving around the scene are NSB investigators. Wow! And Luke is recording something at the edge of the crowd. You guys.
国安方面从很早就盯上了这个非法团伙，这次算是钓鱼执法，一网打尽了。就是我不知道你们会这么冒险，为了张浮标直接和他的同伙接触。
Ah, yes, that's right. Luke and Marius met up before, and Luke was like, "Why are you bothering me? Why are you here?" And Jackson? Upon hearing your slightly confused whisper, Luke stops what he's doing and looks up.
难道不是吗？你和左然最近一直在寻找张浮标的行踪。等初步调查结束，我还得问问他为什么这么冒险，甚至把你也牵扯进来。
Huh? Does he mean Artem? Just like when you entered the home theater a few hours ago, Luke is completely unaware of anything related to Neil Hume and is focused solely on the case itself. I only wanted you to know about tonight's transaction and the matters concerning my mentor. The words Artem said to you not long ago rings in your ears.
你看上去好像有点不舒服。
Yes, I was spiraling, Luke. I was like going through anxiety and fear and then laughing. I'm just a little cold after standing here on the rooftop for so long. I'll feel better with a blanket. Is he actually gonna give me a blanket? After saying goodbye to Luke for now, you go to the other side of the rooftop away from the crowd instead of going downstairs. The first thing that catches your eye are the waves of the swimming pool rolling in the wind. Artem's reflection in the moving water turns his head. Wait, Artem's reflection in the moving water turns his head to look at you from the railing? Yeah, I guess that's right.
你来了。
你来了. Yes, I am here. He seems to have known from the beginning that you would be rescued and that you would come to him. As you get closer, he shuffles toward the railing until you're looking at the night view next to each other. The night breeze whips up your hair, which almost rests gently on Artem's arm. Mr. Wing? When did you find the new clues about Professor Hume? Although you haven't confirmed your guess with anyone, you believe it is very close to the truth. Artem has been looking for Neil Hume since before the Finn Jackson case, or maybe even earlier.
之前在地下拍卖会时，我拍得了一个老师被关押并殴打的
Oh
视
my
频，
god.
也就是你在影音室看到的那个。
Oh my god, that's horrifying.
以视频为线索，我对出境人进行排查，最终定位到了一个叫张福彪的男人，由此开始调查他。
No wonder he was so like into this case. You didn't tell anyone about this, and no one noticed anything either?
我没主动说过，至于有谁注意到了不对劲，莫伊有怀疑过，但他的想法也只是停留在猜测阶段，还没有找到实质性的证据。所以就目前而言，除我之外，你是唯一一个知道聂秋处境的人。
Wow. He trusts us so much. Artem's tone makes you feel like you're having a conversation about your daily lives in the evening breeze. The sounds coming from the distance behind you constantly reminds you that you had both just escaped from a perilous situation at the cost of sharing your secrets with each other. But the others will also find out soon, right? Everyone will ask us about what happened tonight. When that happens...
会吗？
Artem's rhetorical question gently fades in the wind. You look at him confused. You look at him in confusion because you don't understand what he means.
不久前我们还一起躲在这里时，你问我为什么唯独选了你，
What is this BGM? I've
为什
never
么愿意
heard
把
this
秘密
before.
暴露在你面前。
Hello? I've never heard this. What is this? It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. I'm mesmerized. It's so soft. That's so pretty.
因为在这个调查组中，或许只有你能切身体会到我寻找老师时的情感变化。
I find yourself unable to refute him. Those emotions of not wanting to see another person take risks alone, and wanting to bring that person back to your side urgently. He probably felt all these emotions you experienced tonight in the home theater when he watched the video of his mentor.
基于这一想法，在下定决心和绑架聂秋的那群人接触之前，我和自己打了2个赌。
2 wagers?
第一个赌注是赌，万一你被带来这里，会不会在得知聂秋被绑架后，告诉调查组其他人？当然，在实行这个赌注之前，我已经准备好了计划，确保至少你能在谈判结束后
I knew
安全离开。
Artem's always looking out for us.
哪怕今晚没有人前来救援，你也一定可以全身而退。
At the very least, your intuition tells you that this is not the time to ask Artem about the plans he had devised. Sometimes choosing silence after recognizing the truth can be a kind gesture to those in front of you.
当然，我的计划最终没有用上，你也没有告诉他人聂秋遭到绑架。
That's right, because you grip the railing tightly as the look Artem gives you seems to penetrate the softest part of your heart and make you afraid to look at him. It's because I have a strange feeling that you don't want everyone to know that you're searching for Professor Hume yet. You wanted to get in touch with those criminals to confirm his situation before telling anyone about it.
为什么会这么觉得？
Based on your usual way of doing things, it's impossible for you to take part in such a risky transaction, not unless there's a compelling reason, such as wanting to confirm whether Professor Hume had done anything to betray the investigation team after being kidnapped and wanting to clear his name. Because there was indeed some speculation surrounding Professor Hume's disappearance.
发件邮箱确实是老师的，没错，但这不能证明老师涉嫌绑架陆景涵。
如果只是邮箱地址，或许还有辩白的余地。但新修复的邮件内容中明确有单独前往的要求。铁证如山，左然，你不能因为聂秋是你的老师就否认事实。
Uh-oh, they're fighting. The most direct way to confirm this would be to find a chance to meet him in person. Because I trusted you, I decided to wait until you had done what you wanted to do before taking any action.
信任。
Mr. Wing? Suddenly, something seems different. Although the neon lights in the distance are still illuminating your faces, you see a hint of darker emotion in Artem's eyes. It's like your honesty and trust in him have made him feel guiltier instead of relieved. You suddenly feel like you really need to console him, so you speak again before Artem can. But aren't we certain? Professor Hume didn't do anything for his kidnappers, and there's no evidence that he kidnapped Gian. You said he didn't write those fake legal documents.
我说了谎。
Shit. The moment Artem whispers those words, the office building facing the rooftop dims as the lights are turned off. Oh my god, this is so cinematic. This is so beautiful and so sad. Dark clouds pass over the glass surface of the office building, making your figures even harder to see in the huge reflection. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. You lied? I don't understand.
那些文书确实是老师的手笔。毕竟每个人都有自己特定的遣词书写习惯。我和老师共事时间很长，能一眼看出来。至于为什么没有被揭穿，我怀疑就连雇凶组织的人，也不知道那些文件确实出自聂秋之手。
Are you saying they were tricked? How's that possible? Did Professor Hume do that, or...
目前还不清楚。现在能确定的只有一件事：老师出于我还没能查清的原因，在被绑
so
架期
sad
间
and beautiful,
伪
and
造
then
了
the
大量
music
文件，
just enhances it by
试图掩盖丈夫本人身份。
10,000. Yes. It's just a piano too. It's so soft, and it's just by itself. It's so lonely, and it's playing.
虽说现在查到的信息和陆景汉毫无关系，但已经足够引起人们的联想了。
But he could have been forced, right? Your voice is louder than usual due to your eagerness to refute Artem's inference. Oh my god, I'm so sick of the word inference. However, Artem just shakes his head and looks in a direction where you can't see.
也许吧，但以老师的性格，他最有可能做的是尽一切努力与外界取得联系。以前他就是这样的，他也和我做过约定，虽然是以半开玩笑的形式。
Oh my gosh. He's always been...
既然你也旁听了我在法学院讲的那节课，应该有印象。
He's not gonna let that go. To be honest, you don't need any reminders, as your memories come flooding back when you look into Artem's eyes.
确切来说，是我和老师在那里短暂的分开行动时，他遭遇了不明人士的跟踪。他发现自己被严密监视后，情急之下，给我发送了信息，暗示自己的情况。
如果拿手机发短信，会被人发现不对劲吧？
那条信息只有我们两人能看懂，是过去我们探讨学术问题时共同接触过的语言。严格来说也并不复杂，只是外语的简单组合而已，比如梵文和希腊文。因此我迅速意识到了有紧急情况，联合警方想办法带他一起脱了险。事后老师甚至开玩笑说，我们创造的暗号既然这么有效，为什么不一直复用下去？万一以后我们中有谁陷入危险，甚至失去联系，还能用这样有计划的方式求救。他说他100%相信我，可以先把手给我吗？
After getting your silent consent. Silent. This is a typo. I gotta send it in to CS. Artem holds your hand on the railing gently. He turns your palm over and writes a string of symbols on your palm with his index finger, each stroke giving you a solid sensation. This is...
是我和老师用过的交流暗号，一组希腊短语，意味我在这里。
After writing this, Artem seems to want to let go of your hand for a moment, but instead decides to hold it tighter. Oh my god, I can see the emojis. What emoji was that? Is that the heartbreak emoji? The warmth of his palm spreads into your palm, enveloping you along with his whispers.
我找到他了，可是我该怎么带他回来？
Oh. The combination of the voices from the past and the questions from the present make it difficult for you to tell whether Artem is really asking you for a solution. The wind carries his words away easily, leaving the two of you standing in silence in the small corner of the rooftop.
当然，就像是你说的那样。
Artem aches
老师没能求救的可能性
for
有
real.
很
They
多。
cooked so hard. I'm so sad now.
但即使我和以往一样完全信任他，别人在得知他的造假行为后会怎么想？大部分人只看表象，当伪造的法律文件摆在他们面前时，他们往往会对现状做最坏的预设。
He's right. No, he's right.
我必须在他人以老师已经叛变为前提做些什么前，尽快证明老师从来没有变过。
That's why you made a second bed tonight. Subconsciously, you finish his thoughts in a whisper. After all, Artem's words and deeds tonight have proved one thing to you. He'll continue to do everything he can to find Neil Hume after tonight. In front of you, although the night breeze has tousled his bangs, he looks through them at you with unreserved trust.
第二个赌注是赌你在知道了这一切后，是否会默许我继续寻找老师，直到证明他的情。所以，告诉我吧，我下的这两个赌注，结果会是如何？
You'll be fine. You will be fine. Oh my god, 14, 17 was crazy. Like, that was so good. My jaw is on the floor. Yes, yes. Vic the best streamer. Hello. We have one more chapter to go till we are done. Yay. Tell me the results of my wager. At the same moment Artem says this to you, the tall buildings around you all go to sleep one after another as their lights are turned off. So pretty. As always, they will illuminate the world again the next day, just as they have for countless days and nights before. But is it truly so? As you look at Artem, you have a strong feeling that something is changing and that neither you nor him can do anything to stop this change. Regarding your question, there's an answer you're hoping to hear, right?
Sure.
He trusts you completely, just like how he trusts Neil Hume. He trusts that you will understand his actions and wait for him to gather the evidence needed to restore people's faith in Neil Hume, even if he has to pay a huge price. So his real question is, tell him whether he was right to bet on you out of his trust in you.
不需要现在回答我，也不用有压力。不管你怎么做，我都不会有任何意义。
Oh my god, this is gonna cook. This plot point is gonna cook if they ever bring it back. It's gonna be so good and I'm gonna cry so hard.
今晚发生的事已经够多，我会像之前保证过的那样送你回家。
Artem will be like Artem will be doing something so heartbreaking and so angst driven and so desperate and probably worn out, and he'll ask us and I will cry. As if to confirm Artem's words, footsteps soon surround from the other side of the rooftop. It's time for you to make a decision. People will soon learn that Neil Hume has been kidnapped and will ask you and Artem whether you know more about his situation. I really love your channel. Oh my god, thank you. I appreciate that. Sending you hearts back. Lots of hearts. And you will. Are you kidding me? I'm keeping his secret. How dare you even give another option? I'm keeping. Wait, I'm actually. That's so terrible. Like, you're telling me people actually are gonna tell his secret? That's so messed up. After all of this? That's so messed up. After your experiences tonight, you have made up your mind. Listen, I'm a Capricorn, guys. I keep promises and secrets. I will keep them to the grave. I am loyal. Your instincts dominate you due to your turbulent and chaotic emotions. You look at Artem and hook your pinky around his.
你这是
Oh my god. This way. With Artem's hand in yours, you push him into the small corner of the rooftop again, before squeezing in yourself. Oh my god, don't move. That is delicious. I am looking respectfully. Hell yeah. Oh my god, look at the size of her hand and his giant hand. Also, where is her face? Like, where is her neck going? In, like, what direction? Whatever. It's beautiful anyway. Although the footsteps start to fade in the distance, you don't let go of Artem yet. You quickly free one hand to mute both of your phones.
为什么？
Let me stay here for a little longer. Oh my god, it sounds like... we sound like a male lead, guys, you know? When they're like tired and they lean on the female. We're the alpha now. Marissa taking the opportunity to touch Artem's chest. Yeah, she's like, wow, your heart is so big. You know the your heart is so big meme? It's like, oh god, how did it go? It's like, oh yes, your chest is so big. I mean, your heart is so big. Before I answer your question, I want to confirm two things with you.
我明白了。
Probably because he hears the stubborn tone in your words, Artem chooses not to stop you and even moves slightly closer to the railing. Only in this way can you two stay together and look into the distance in this place between the apartment and the boundless darkness of the night. I am so glad you both know which meme I'm talking about. With your communication devices muted, the surroundings are so quiet that only the sounds of your shared breathing can be heard. While you are shrouded in silence, the shadow cast by the railing creeps towards Artem, leaving half of his body in the soft light and the other half in the shadows. Given the current circumstances, if we are to find Professor Hume, Finn Jackson is our most obvious important clue. The sooner we find him, the higher our chance of finding Professor Hume. Am I right?
对被绑架的人来说，时间甚至可以决定他的生死。
So, if we want to bring Professor Hume back to us as soon as possible, we must close this case as quickly as we can, right?
这确实是我的想法。
You close your eyes and take a deep breath. When you open your eyes, the idea that took root in your heart since you are both in the home theater grows stronger. You have my promise. I'll keep your secret until we close the case.
只要再过一会儿，这里所有的人都会得知老师被绑架的事实。等到那时，
Even when that happens, I won't reveal anything that will make people start speculating. After all, no one knows for sure whether Professor Hume really has become a traitor. Publicizing this rashly is likely to cause unnecessary trouble. Moreover, he hasn't gotten in the way of our investigation yet, so it's better to wait and see. At the same time, since the mystery concerning Professor Hume is directly related to the truth of this case, the best course of action is to close the case as soon as possible.
谢谢你。
Aww. After we close the case, I'll decide whether to keep this secret depending on the situation. If you accept my conditions, your tone is firm and slightly serious, but your extended pinky exposes your true feelings. Then I want you to make a promise to me, just like with your mentor in the past. Don't do risky things alone anymore. If you have to do something risky, bring me with you, okay?
像老师那样。
Artem and his mentor, you and Artem, you feel like you're in a wonderful fantasy the moment he hooks his pinky around yours. Images of you in the present and Artem in the past overlap in your mind, but this time, you'll make sure he doesn't walk down a path leading to chaos.
好，一言为定。无论结局如何，我都会毫无保留地相信你的决断。
You release Artem's hand and subconsciously sigh in relief like you've accomplished something important. Only then do you realize that the rooftop of Artem's place is unusually cold at night and shiver.
还是赶紧回去吧。这里什么都好，就是一到晚上，风就刮得特别猛。
He quickly takes off his jacket and wraps it around you before going downstairs with you. For a moment, everything feels like it's back to normal. While listening to Artem joke about the layout of his place, you respond to his comment with a smile. If I lived in such a beautiful yet empty space, I would probably sneeze the whole time while enjoying the night view. What am I saying?
我也一样。
Oh, he's so like love struck. As if to comfort you, Artem pauses while taking off his jacket in response to your words. Oh, another typo. Gotta send it to CS. Okay. Seeing his expression as he looks at the city in the night, you realize that there's more to it than that.
不过要是长时间待在这里眺望夜景，偶尔会觉得有些孤独。
Oh, that's true.
这个世界上的变数总是发生的太快，相比之下，我们好像渺小的难以阻止。
Before he finishes speaking, a police car's siren blasts through the air in the middle of the night as it speeds through the streets under the rapidly constructed office buildings and luxury apartment buildings nearby. If one gazes at this scenery for too long, it really is easy to have the illusion that they are facing everything alone. Order can be broken in an instant, and the bonds established with others could suddenly disappear for good too, leaving one all alone with their loneliness. You smile in response to these thoughts and return to the balcony while holding Artem's arm. By the way, Vince Jackson's case hasn't been closed yet, so I might be bothering you a lot in the future. You won't always be alone.
那当然。
So, you pick up your pace to catch up with Artem until the two of you are walking side by side. With the warm indoor area in sight, you take off Artem's jacket and return it to him. At the same time, you slip a candy into a pocket while he isn't paying attention. The spicy aroma of chili oil candy blends in with the faint fragrance on the soft fabric. Your scents have already intertwined. From now on, share some of your loneliness with me. Oh. In this room, it's impossible to tell the time with the clock alone. After the sound of a muffled kick resounds in this room illuminated by cold light all year round, Matthew Ricker, this is the easiest way to get my high blood pressure up, for my heart rate to go up. Matthew Richter swaggers into the room after retracting his I hate this guy. I can't.
你还在这儿啊
Don't click your tongue at me. I hate you.
别演你那医生过家家了，收拾收拾，赶紧走吧。
有谁要来吗？
Oh my god, Jerome. Jerome Adams looks back and asks calmly. Neil Hume, who seems to be on his last breath in front of him, also raises his head slightly.
还能有谁？顾维真呢？他要来查房，估计过会儿就到。
God dang it, this makes me even more mad. You're telling me Vin's uncle kidnapped his co-worker's professor and mentor and found family. This is so messed up. This so-called ward round refers to Wilson Sorge's routine checkup of the health status of the kidnapped individuals. After checking their health, the kidnapped individuals would be asked to change their mind every day, usually having to choose between submitting to him or receiving a drug injection. Oh my god. Matthew Richter walks around Neil Hume and clicks his tongue as he kicks away a syringe that was left here a few days ago.
你是瞒着顾维真，偷偷过来看聂秋的吧？所以现在要么赶紧开溜，要么赶紧想个能搪塞过去的理由。
Before Jerome Adams can respond, Neil Hume winks obviously at him with his murky eyes. As his eyes search for Jerome Adams, he utters something hoarsely.
你不是被顾维真派过来的。
我和您说过了，从很小开始，我就学会了只按自己的想法做事。
So true, so true.
可我以为。
Neil Hume's voice trails off, maybe because he's too tired to keep speaking, or perhaps he's simply lost in thought. But seeing that the person in front of him has fallen silent, Jerome Adam quickly changes the subject.
还是趁现在做个简单的决定吧。既然您知道了我是出于自身意志，而不是老师的命令来找您，您还是不愿看一看我带来的文书吗？
Dang you, Jerome.
只要翻开它，您说不定可以让自己重新开始，想想自己究竟为什么留在剑兰谷。
He's so evil.
你在说什么？
聂教授，您想过亲眼看看，这里是否真的有治愈一切的良药吗？
Panacea.
还是说比起科研，
Panacea, sorry,
您对活生生的人
LMAO
更
cannot
感
speak
兴趣？
English.
想弄明白为什么像我、像顾维真这样的人，选择了现在这条路。毕竟，如果您真的对我没兴趣，从一开始就不会和我聊这么久。我听说，像我们这类人的心理，对一些法律人来说，天然就有不小的吸引力。
That's the minds of people like us.
你拉拢我。
So true. Oh, he's laughing at Jerome. Neil Hume laughs mockingly while coughing at the wet ground.
就不怕自己先被你的老师用完一扔吗？他敢对你父亲下手，对你做些什么，也不会让他产生负罪感。
Dang.
我一真要来查房了，监狱。
He always brings up his dad.
你觉得他到底是像以前一样来看我，还是发现了你越来越不听话，所以冲着你来了
？Before Neil Hume finishes speaking, Matthew Richter clicks his tongue a few more times to rush them, but he turns and leaves the room after seeing that he has been ignored. After watching him leave the room without saying anything to save himself, Neil Hume looks into Jerome Adams' eyes again.
接下来，就让我开开眼吧。
奇怪。
Huh? Who's this? In the Forensic Evaluation Center of Stellus, a researcher frowns while flipping through a stack of freshly printed reports on Finn Jackson's case. A colleague who's walking toward the pantry with a cup of instant noodles casts a curious look at him and is about to say something when the researcher waves at him first.
抱歉，可以麻烦你帮我尽快通知警方吗？鉴定结果都出来了，那个出现在案发现场附近的行李箱，很可能和涂月无关，而是
Because the researcher suddenly stops talking. An uninvited visitor walks in with big strides before catching his breath after pushing the door open.
现在有空吗？物证科从垃圾填埋场又收缴了一个塑料袋，需要尽快出具一份鉴定报告。
塑料袋，里面是什么？
目前警方已经确认的物品中，其中有一些张福彪的个人衣物。
那其他的？
Even the least likely hypothesis must be stated clearly at this time, so Darius Morgan says one more thing without any delay.
可能是张福彪本人的部分人体器官。
Oh my god, they killed him too. Oh my god, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. But we did it! Chapter 14 is over. Okay, so the new Reveries came out. And I have to do the anomalies. So, what did I think of the chapter? I think this was probably one of the better standout chapters, I think, in a while. I think it was done very well. It definitely, I think during the first stream, I forgot it was split into part 1 and part 2. So I was assuming that the case would be finished when I got to the end of chapter 14, but then I realized like there was no way that they were solving this because there just wasn't enough chapters and like information. They were so like disproportionate. I knew that they had to not be together, like that could not be the case. And yeah, I mean it clearly says part 1, so that means there's gonna be a part 2. Not sure if there's gonna be part 3. I can't remember the CN. It's funny, I remember the CN events, but I never remember the CN like main story updates that well. I do know there's a part 2 to this. I don't think there's a part 3. So I'm gonna look forward to whenever chapter 14 part chapter 2 comes out, and hopefully it's again in like half a year. I think I like. So last chapter was the it wasn't Immolation, it was the one with Luke. I forget the name of it. It was, oh yeah, Parasixism. Parasixism was quite a long chapter just because it was not split in half. But I think I liked this one better. I think I liked this one better. And this is not any shade to Luke or anything. I just think that this chapter was written better. But I feel like that's also not a fair comparison, because I think without chapter 13, it really sets up a lot of the groundwork to get where we are now with like Wise Heart Association and that cult, and like how it connects to Gerard Boone from Immolation. So I think the writing in this one, especially like the end of the chapter, like that was so beautiful, guys. Like I think it was like, it felt cinematic, and I think if it, not that they could have done it, like not like they could have animated anything obviously, but if anyone remembers like the first TOT anniversary where they had like that commemorative PV with the main story, and they like had like 2D drawn animation stuff. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but I remember replaying that video for the first year because it was so good. It was like such a, and it like, I think it tied up chapter 1 through 5 and a little bit of 6. No, I think it was 1 through 5. If they did something like that for the end of chapter 14 part 1, I would have cried, like, no joke. That was so beautiful, and I think it was done so well, because I think it could have easily been like crazy, if that makes sense. Like it could have been like, oh, like this is sappy for no reason, but no, I think the fact that we've known since chapter 1 that Autumn has been looking for his mentor, and like the scene where he's teaching at Celis, and he mentions Professor Hume, and you know, it's just like Autumn always has like these bits and pieces of like precious memories of the professor, and I think that makes it a lot special when he talks about his actions and why he was so deliberate and like keeping us out of it. But like he kept us out of it, but he still cared about both of us. Like he cared about making sure his professor isn't gonna be misunderstood, and he also cared about our opinion of like what could happen. And I think that was like so good. And also like the BGM, because it's like very rare to hear like a new BGM. I mean, I guess that's not true. They release BGMs for like events and stuff, but like a main story BGM, I've never heard a BGM like that before, and I'm really into TOT OST music. But that one was so pretty. It was so gentle and quiet, and the comparison and like the imagery with like the buildings and like them on the rooftop and like being alone and being cold, like all of that really was tied in together, and it really felt like Artem and Rosa were like in their own world together. It was so beautiful. Also, this chapter, they did such a good job with like tying comedic moments. Because tell me why, in the first stream that I did, like that moment where they were at the White Horse Association, like, oh fuck, I forgot his name already. Jacob? Was that his name? The guy at the White Horse Association, like the driver, the personal driver. That whole scene was so funny where they saw Ben and Jerome and like Matthew there. Like that was funny. And then this part where her phone starts ringing, that was hilarious too. Like they are cooking. They're cooking some really amusing stuff. So I think just overall this chapter, despite being a part one, really delivered in so many different aspects. It had a really good mystery. Like, I don't have enough information to piece this mystery together. I really don't. And then they had that really beautiful, I don't know, was it like cinematic scene at the end. They had lots of, I mean, they had 2 whole chapters that somehow was able to include comedic stuff. Like, that's impressive. And I think throughout like the whole thing, I never really got bored. It was just always like on to the next thing and on to the next thing. And I was just like, I want to know more. I want to piece this together myself. I do still hate that first analysis I had to do, okay? That made no sense. I'm still mad about that. I didn't forget that. But that was really good. Yeah, overall, like the aesthetics of this chapter were really, really solid. Like good 9 out of 10. Anything else that I probably missed? Don't think so. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else that I want to comment on. Oh my god, I have so many blue cards. What the heck is happening? I think it'll be fine. And I know Enduring Light is gonna rerun. I actually don't have the art cards for that because I was traveling during that time, so. Okay, we finished that. Oops. Did everyone enjoy Barrius's event? It's ending soon. I had to make sure I did the field work because I always forget. But I did it finally. Let's look at the news. What is being on the next? Huh? What is it? Oh, Vin's summer card. Interesting. Okay. Yes, it was so good. Enduring Light, yes, here. Enduring Light is coming out tomorrow. The rerun is coming out tomorrow. So. Oh, I can't earn the badge. Well, it's okay. Badges aren't really that important. Well, we finished chapter 14 today. That's pretty much all I was gonna do. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. I had so much fun. Like, wow. And high key, everyone's reactions made it even funnier for me. So I will see you in, I don't know, 6 months maybe, when we get chapter 14 part 2. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. Have a good day, night, wherever you are. Bye bye.